Hello and welcome back to Some Climbing News, a show that's about as stupid as the sport we all seem to love so much. Today, we have the launch of Black Diamond Hex, Alex Honnold doing a podcast with Janja, Garnbret, and a collaborative video with Emil, Abrahamsson, Oriane Bertone featured in a pretty cool hour-long documentary, and so much more. So sit back, relax, while I update you on what's going on in the climbing world. Don't forget to like this video if you're enjoying these updates. Subscribe if you're new or old and just haven't yet for whatever reason. And yeah, let's get the show started. And starting us off with Erwan Lievin, who, if you don't know, is probably one of the strongest paraclimbers in the world. Dude just sent Le Pilier du Désert, which is a 7C plus / V10 in Fontainebleau, and he was born without a left hand. Even worse, and I mean worse for me, not him, because, you know, guy's making me feel so goddamn inadequate. He's only been climbing for 3 years, which is just ridiculous progression. So, I mean, the fuck's my excuse? His climb took Erwan a few sessions spread over 2 seasons, essentially 3 or 4 of them spent last year, a little bit after his send of Bagheera 7C / V9, also another boulder in Font, followed by a single session a few weeks back, and then the final one a couple days ago where he found himself standing on top of the boulder. But massive congratulations to Erwan Lievin. I'm not really sure if that's the correct pronunciation. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. Tried to look up what the hardest bouldering ascent by a paraclimber is. Couldn't really find any information. I know there's guys like Justin Salas who have sent 8A while being blind, but yeah, I can't seem to find much info or like a database of some sort. So if anyone in the comments could point me in the right direction, that'd be pretty sweet. Thank you so much if you can. And next, let's talk about Lukas Mokrolusky, who just a few days ago got the 34th ascent of Action Direct, the world's first, probably most famous 9A route, 514D, to the American friends, and at just 17 years of age. Now, I don't think Action Direct should need any sort of introduction, but in case you're new to the sport or have been, you know, living under a rock instead of on top of one, as a climber should, Action Direct was the hardest sport climb in the world for a while when it was sent by legendary German climber Wolfgang Gulich, the same dude that actually invented the campus board, which he also created in order to train for this thing. Most famous move on the climb, a little hop to a mono, which is just, you know, fun time all around. I guess some people manage to get 2 fingers in there. It's about how thick them sausages are. Why are there so many innuendos in this freaking sport? God damn it. This would be Lucas's first 9A route, one which actually took him 2 years to do, which is, I mean, not an unsubstantial amount of time. The dude's 17, that's like half his life right there. But hey, congratulations to Lucas on a project well sent, and thank you very much for letting me smoothly transition to the next story, because Lucas was part of the IFSC European Bouldering Cup in Rome this past weekend, where he came in 5th. Now, this is not something I personally know anything about. Never really been super duper interested in competition climbing, but it seems the outdoor season is coming to a close. Comp season is just starting out, so I mean, do you guys want me to cover this? I'll do it. I won't be happy about it, but then again, I'm also not like the jolliest of humans. I'm no Natalia Grossman, is what I'm trying to get at. Shout out Natalia. Her recovery from an ACL surgery, if you haven't been following it, it's going really damn well. And look at that. I covered that in an earlier episode. Go check it out. How's that for organic fucking self-promotion? Did I ruin it by pointing it out? Probably. Am I hoping brands will look at that and think, damn, we should sponsor this dude? Also, yes. Now, the IFSC held a European Cup for bouldering in Rome last weekend. Look away if you don't want to know the results and would like to watch the comp. Here's a timestamp to the next story. You've been warned. But anyways, so France just absolutely dominated this thing. 5 medals. It's a lot. Lily Abriat claimed gold in the women's boulder event with 74.9 points. She flashed 2 boulders, topped a 3rd. Seems that was enough to beat Italy's Stella Giaccani, who claimed 2nd place, and France's Lucille Soreille, who managed to just barely squeak past Spain's Sheila Mathia Martin. As for the men's event, that was won by Leo Favot, who claimed bronze in last month's European Cup in Munich, and who managed to get 2 tops, enough to put him ahead of his teammates Antoine Girard, who finished 2nd, and only 0.2 points behind Favot, and Noé Mouton, who managed to secure the bronze medal. So yeah, congrats to all the competitors. The comp climbing world is getting ready for this season's first World Cup, which will be held April 18th through 20th in China. But hey, I'm curious. So again, let me ask, do you want me to cover this stuff, competition climbing? More importantly, are you a fan of comps? Do you enjoy climbing comp style boulders in the gym? I'd love to know your thoughts. And speaking of competition climbers, let's talk Oriane Bertone. There's a lot of French people in this episode. Not really in the news for anything she sent recently, but rather because of a documentary I watched about her that goes over her life, her relationship with her family, her relationship with climbing. It's all in French, but with English subtitles if you need them. I highly recommend that you go check it out if you have about an hour to spare out of your day. It's pretty freaking great, especially the beginning, seeing like a 7 or 8-year-old Oriane sending hard stuff with her family and everyone getting emotional and all that. It's absolutely adorable. Cuts through my cynicism a little bit. So yeah, link in the description. Go watch it if you want to. Some more videos you should check out. Lattice Training just put out a video with Bosi where he basically explains what his training looks like on a day-to-day. Kind of cool if you're interested in that sort of thing, though honestly a little bit useless for your average person since the volume of training he's working with is way higher than most people can even begin to try to withstand. Kind of like how Alex Puccio had a bunch of people really hate her online training program. She was selling that a few years back. She was doing it because she's never really considered that no one can handle the workload that she thinks is actually chill. But yeah, it's an interesting video. It's interesting stuff. At the very least, if you like training, go check it out. And then we've got Alex Honnold. Not so much in the news again, but rather just because of what he's been up to. Also just kind of boosts my viewership when I mention famous people, so it is what it is. You gotta play the YouTube algorithm game. I apologize. Only a little though. But hey, maybe it'll be worth your while that I'm doing this, because if you're not already listening to his Climbing Gold podcast, go and check out the latest episode, which features Janja Garnbret, presumably because A, the World Cups are about to start, and B, she just launched a bunch of her merch, so you gotta plug it somewhere. Marketing machine's just gonna keep chugging along, right? But in the meantime, can't complain. I love Honnold in general. Dude is just the right amount of unintentionally funny. Anything where we can get insights into Janja's life, training, etc. is always interesting, so check that out in the link below. And also, YouTubers, we gotta take care of each other, I guess. That's a weird thing to say. I have 500 subs, I'm hardly a YouTuber. But Emil Abrahamsson collabed with Honnold this week. I love it. I'm acting as if somehow I'm the one that's giving them exposure when it's probably the other way around. Jesus. Anyways, new video. They try to break the speed record on Plumber's Crack, an ultra famous 5'9" climb in Red Rocks that I did not know had a speed record at all. It's actually a hell of a lot more entertaining than it seems. They have a bunch of other parkour guys in the video. I enjoyed it. It makes me wonder if Emil went soloing with Honnold. I guess we'll be finding out soon enough, maybe. But hey, those last 3 weren't so much news segments as they were just small recommendations for stuff to watch in case you missed them. And as such, I gotta ask, what are your thoughts on all these climbing content creators? Do you prefer the stuff they do, or do you find the more sport-intensive stuff that you find on like Mellow or Wedge to be more interesting? Let me know, because why not? And speaking of Mellow, Sunday was a pretty big drop for them as they launched a video? Yeah, I guess it's not really a movie. For the new Black Diamond Hex clothing line. The video featured the now signature Mellow skate style, lots of fisheye lenses and all that stuff for some reason. Hey man, I mean, rule of cool, right? It's a pretty sweet video, something I highly appreciated in my opinion. Actually featured a ton of climbs that probably would not have made it into a big drop like this if we were doing the whole grade chasing thing. So yeah, props to the guys that made this thing for including classics like Jack's Broken Heart, Fake Pamplemousse, some dude, I'm really not super sure who that was, but some guy freaking dinos through Foxy Lady 8A/V11, which is, that is crazy to me. Their climb's really hard. But yeah, I don't know about you, but I think I'm getting kind of tired of having every single big drop video feature the same 5 super hard boulders over and over and over and over and over again. And this one only featured 2 8Cs as the hardest stuff and focused on lines we might not have seen as much of, so yeah, definitely a welcome breath of fresh air. Anyways, this whole video was actually made to promote the new clothing line, or I'm not super sure what it is. It seems like a new subset of Black Diamond. It's called Black Diamond Hex. They're selling pants and t-shirts. They're pretty expensive in my opinion, but nevertheless, look pretty cool. So I mean, I don't know, if you have over $100 to drop on some pants, yeah, go for it. I suppose do what makes you happy. I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life. They're cool pants. But Jesus Christ, is the website just awful. A whole slideshow thing is, I'm not a fan of that design. I keep shitting on Black Diamond on this show for some reason. I swear people are gonna think I have some sort of vendetta against them. I don't. They just, whatever. Go check out the stuff they launched. It's cool. It'll hurt your wallet, but it's cool stuff. They're pretty cool t-shirts and pants and stuff, if you like that sort of thing. But anyways, that was some climbing news. Don't forget to give a like if you're enjoying yourself. Comment if there's anything you'd like me to cover. I'm gonna start making longer form videos like the one I made about bouldering grids right here. So if any topic that you want me to check out, do a deep dive on, please let me know. Subscribe if you're liking these videos, and yeah, man, that's all I have for you for the moment. I'm currently working on a long video about the situation involving touchstone climbing, their union, and the unionization efforts of a lot of climbing gyms across the climbing industry that will hopefully drop sometime this week, depending on how the interviews that I'm conducting go. But until then, thanks for watching. Go climb some stuff.